Hey guys, today is November 9th, and this is a new setup for me. I actually have a new laptop, so I'm trying what is on the laptop, and we'll see how you guys can hear me and how the photo looks or the video looks. Let me know. Wow, it's been a while. Well, I guess it hasn't really been a while. I guess last month I made one. Just want to share some things with you of what's been going on with me and how I handled it or how I'm handling it. 2 weeks ago we had a downpour, and I don't know if I shared in the last video that Tony and I just had a huge metal cover built over our 4 pins. So it's 64 inches wide or long and 22 feet, 64 inches, 64 feet long and 22 feet deep. So, and it's just a slant cover, so over 4 pins, and it covers half the pin, and then it comes out 8 feet in front so that you can be protected when we're feeding and stuff. That was finished in August. So our first downpour, and 3 of the 4 pins flooded. All the rain came through the roof, and it just sagged the middle of it. And I was sick to my stomach because we paid a hell of a lot of money for this. And so I contacted the guy, sent him a video of it while it was pouring, and it took him 2 days to respond. And he was like, "Oh wow, that never happened before. I'll try to get out there and put some screws in it." And I'm thinking, okay, didn't hear from him, waited a week, and still didn't hear from him. So I had to text him and asked him, "Hey, when are you coming out?" "Oh, I haven't forgot you, maybe Tuesday." And so I called him. I thought, I'm going to get this off my chest. Let's just talk instead of this texting BS. And he says, "Well, I'm going to put some screws in." I told him, "I don't think that's going to do the job." I said, "It's sagged. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it was sagging." And he said, "Well, it did have a bad downpour." And I said, "And that should have held. That roof should have held any downpour. It should have ran right off the back." And he goes, "Well, we might have to put some beams up. Let me figure it out and get you a quote." And I said, "No, I'm not paying for anything more. You guaranteed you'd build a cover that would protect the pins from sunshine, not only sunshine, but rain too. That goes for all of it." He didn't say anything. I said, "You need to do this. You need to resolve this." And we hung up. And he called me back a couple nights later and said, "We'll be out there next week to put beams up." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Do you really think that's going to resolve the issue?" And he goes, "Well, I think so." And he hasn't even come out to look at it. And I'm like, "Okay." I said, "Josh, it did sag pretty bad in the middle there." I said, "I don't know, we'll see, but I just wonder about that pitch." I said, "Is there any way you can cut those posts at the end of the cover and drop that back end down so that the rain can run down and you don't have to put the beams up?" "Well, that's a lot of work. We're going to need a forklift and all this stuff." And I said, "Okay." So he called me 2 nights later and said, "I'll be out next week to put the beams up." I got to thinking about it, and I was really stressed, and I was upset, but I was stressed more than anything. And I started doing some measurements and saw that all his posts had different measurements, and I'm just like, and so I just was going to let him come out and let him do what he's going to do. And then if it didn't work, then we'd call him back out. But I just couldn't do that. I'm not that type of person. If I really think that he doesn't need to put that kind of money into it, then I can't let him just do that and then, have the same problem. So I texted him and told him, "I just don't know if that's going to do it. I think you should come out here and look at it first before you put money into it." So he's supposed to be here tonight. It's been 2 weeks, yesterday. And he hasn't handled this thing very professionally. Him and his wife do this on the side. They've done lots of work. I looked at their reviews. I looked at their work, I'm very happy with the job. He just got it wrong. That's all. The job looks good and it is good, but he just made a mistake. And for anybody out there that has a business, you've got to own up to your mistakes. The best way to say, hey, I made a mistake, let me make it right. But I'm having a hard time getting him to make it right. And that's where the stress comes into. And so we'll see what happens. But not only that, within that first week, I had ordered some new phones for Tony and I. And I was told by everybody before I did it that it's just easy. Order it and then take out your SIM card, put it in, and everything will transfer over, da-da-da-da. I said, okay. That didn't happen for us, of course. Tony got hers first, and when she put her SIM card in there, all my information came up. My phone number came up. It turned off my phone, and we were able to get her phone hooked up to there, but it did not. And then it locked me out of my email account, her email account. I got my phone the next day, tried to see if I would get my phone calls. I got my phone calls. No, I didn't get my phone calls. Excuse me, I was on the phone to AT&T for a few hours. They couldn't figure it out. Finally, we had to go to an AT&T place, and in 20 minutes, he had it all set up. He put a new SIM card in mine. I don't know all what he did, but it wasn't as simple as that for us. And then the next week, it was like the following week, last week, it was all of a sudden I went to get on my computer to do some home business and it crashed. It kept saying repairing. So I went and did some stuff, came back a couple hours later, it was still repairing. And it wasn't even showing my beginning screen or anything. It had just a blank screen with repairing and the circle going around. So I thought, crap. And so I turned it off, went to turn it on again, went out on the tractor, was gone 3 hours, came back, it was still repairing. And I told Tony, I said, it's crashed. I'm going to have to get a new laptop. And she told me, go get it and don't go cheap. I was just like, I don't need it for a lot. But anyway, so I went and got a new laptop and talked to the guy, and he said, it sounds like it just crashed. You're not going to get it back. So I took the hard drive out. I lost all my documents, all my pictures, all my videos. Everything we done here was on that computer or that laptop. And so that crushed me. So yeah, it's been a hellacious 2 weeks, guys. I hope your guys' weeks have been better. I'm hoping tonight that guy will resolve it and I can let go of this inner stress and move forward. Yeah, it's been a ride. So, I don't know if I talked about last month about my diet change. I'm pretty sure I probably did. So, I just want to kind of give you an update. So, I went from high vegetables, fruit, to high fat, high protein, low carbs. I did not realize vegetables and fruits were really, I didn't think about process it as carbs. I just knew that was the way to eat because of all the research I had done 6 years ago. And so a gut feeling had told me, you know what, think about your diet because I've been feeling lousy. And Tony doesn't think I was processing, my body was absorbing any of the nutrients. And so, long story short, basically, I was feeding my body nothing but sugars. My vegetables were broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, beets, peas. We would have corn occasionally, black beans, all the grains, salads. I would make meat. We would have it, you know, but all the vegetables and stuff was my main diet. My cholesterol was up. I finally went on cholesterol pills. and I didn't like that because I've my research on the statins. But I said I'll try it. He said I didn't have to be on them. I could try it for a while, and if I don't want to go on them, I don't have to. That my cholesterol is not that bad. So that being said, I changed my diet to high fat, high protein, low carb. I'm probably, I want to say my goal is under 100, but I probably am 50 and under. The only thing I have as far as fruits anymore is the blueberries, because raspberry, blackberries, and blueberries are low glycemic, low sugar. And so I do like yogurt as a snack if I'm hungry before dinner with Tony. I will have some goat yogurt and some blueberries. But I have steak and eggs in the morning. Sometimes Tony comes home, she's not that hungry, or just her day depends on if she just wants some yogurt and fruit or whatever she eats. Then I'll throw a steak in there, and sometimes I have eggs again, sometimes I don't. But that's what I've been doing. I buy fatty cuts of steak, New York strips, ribeyes. I do barbecue a tri-tip once in a while. I barbecue lamb once in a while. I make oxtails in the slow cooker with a lot of broth. Oh, that's so good. And the bone broth is so good for you. So those are the kind of things I eat. I've already cut out breads basically in my diet. Processed foods are basically gone. We've ate out when we've been here doing projects and haven't wanted to cook, and we'll grab something to eat. But other than that, all that's cut out. I haven't had any of that. I make good choices for myself, and I'll tell you what the difference is I feel so much better. I was so fatigued during the summer. I kept thinking it was my thyroid and allergies, but the doctor said, no, it's not all that. Something's going on with you. And I just had low energy. But now I have energy. I mean, right now, I'm stressed. And I carry things internally. So, like, I have a headache right now. And that too will pass. And I understand that. But I have to listen to my body. When I have a headache, I don't push anything. That's why I'm doing a video today, because I have time, and I'm not doing anything other than just a few loads of laundry, and that's it. So I want to say, anybody, evaluate your diet if you're not feeling good. Go on YouTube and type in carnivore diet and listen to Eric Bergman, I believe his name, or Berg. He's Dr. Eric Berg. The Steak and Butter Gal, Coach Caitlin. I listen to all of them. They all go through keto things, carnivore things. The doctor talks about cholesterol. He talks about autoimmunes. He talks about insulin resistance. The Steak and Butter Girl has people come on, and she shares the podcasts, and she's had doctors of all different kinds of doctors who have changed their diet. And one person she had on, I think her name was, I don't remember. She actually was bipolar, MS, and something else, and she has nothing of the three anymore. And talks about how she transitioned over. If you think about the concept of it, it's just eating the way we used to eat before all the processed stuff. You know, I always questioned about eating vegetables that weren't grown locally, eating fruit that wasn't grown locally. And for the natives in those countries that it's grown naturally, their bodies probably are set up for that. That's what their ancestors ate. That's what they should eat. But we've gotten really into our diets where we can have anything we want from all over the world. And sometimes we're not set up for that. But I will say that Tony tells me she can see a change in my body, that the inflammation is going down in my neck, and she can tell that my body's slimming down. I don't see it because I look at the weight, I look at the scale, but I will tell you this. My muscles feel like they're stronger. They're getting, if I was to do weights right now, I think I would blow up. That's how my body feels. Like my protein needs to go somewhere and I need to build up because it needs to build up. I might just start doing some sit-ups off of the bathroom because of my shoulder surgery. I'm not sure if I can, not sit-ups, push-ups. I don't know if I can do it or not yet. But I did tell Tony for Christmas I want to buy us a free weight set it up in the garage because I love strength training. I always knew that cardio was not the way to go. People go crazy on cardio. When I look at real thin people, I don't see healthy people. But I mean, they can be, but I just don't. When I see muscle-bound thick guys, not overly muscle-bound thick guys, not US, what's it called? I went blank. But anyway, yeah, that's 24 hours in the gym. But I'm talking about just overall nice, lean, muscular bodies. And I'm hoping maybe it's not out of reach for me, even though, my last visit to my endo, which was just in October, she said that my thyroid's totally gone. It's shriveled up because it's been dead for years. So yes, I am on thyroid replacement, hormone replacement. But that's okay because I still feel good. I mean, even with the headache today and stuff, overall I feel good. So yeah, that's what's going on with me. That's the update for me. As far as trans things are related, I think most guys quit making videos because they just fall into their life. They're just now who they're supposed to be, who they are, and they don't have anything really to report. Every day we deal with trans issues, and those are things that are never going to go away. Number one is, even though I've had gender reassignment surgery, I still, because I only have one area of my penis that I can feel the nerve. I don't have any feeling in my penis, other than that. And so on an everyday thing, I don't have that natural stimulation that you would get as a bio. And that's one thing that reminds you that you're trans. Another thing is that sexually your libido stems from the little junior that's buried, for those who have it buried. And so unless it's hit right or, touched right, or however you want to say it, it doesn't get stimulated. So you still have that stimulation between your legs, let's say. And that's okay too. That's something that you have to accept because you're a trans guy. And that's when I say in my videos, listen, no matter how much you try to be this bio guy, you're not. In your mind, you're not a biological male. You are male. And I had someone say, I'm a male. Well, no one's not saying you're not a male. No one's saying you're not a male. But the attitude or the thought that you could be a biological male in those aspects, especially when you have surgeries, sometimes that's going to be, your expectations are going to be hampered because you're going to realize, oh, I can't get it up like a biological male. Oh, I can't feel like a biological male. It's all going to be up here. And that's what you got to work through. And that's what we work through every day of our lives as trans guys. No one on the street knows I'm a trans guy. Okay? There's times when I think to myself, if they only knew, because of their attitudes and stuff, or if they get to talking politics, I back away real quick because I'm thinking, if you assholes only knew who you were talking to. But so every day is a day in the trans life, so to say. I told Tony, I said, I don't want to ever come out to any of our neighbors around here We are in a conservative area. We have Trump flags. Well, they finally took them down, but a mile down the road, and I'm just like shake my head and think, oh my God, people are so ignorant. But, I got a guy next to me who didn't believe in the vaccine, and guess what? He got COVID, and he just went back to work after 3 weeks. Yeah. And his wife got the shot and told him, you're getting the shot. And I just think to myself, what can you say? But every day, anyway, to get back on track, you are a trans guy, and I think that we should embrace it. Not to where we flaunt it if we don't want to. There's activists in trans community, and there's non-active activists in the trans community. I'm a non-activist as far as in my community around here. But I will still continue to do these videos because the videos are therapy for me. But not only that, I talk about life. And I'm hoping that my experiences and the things I've learned and the things that I've changed for myself might touch base with someone else who's dealing with something similar. That's why I continue to share with you guys. So I'm going to get off here because I've been talking for 21 minutes. And it's funny because my camera used to only do 6-8 minutes and my videos were short. And then I got my laptop did 10-14 minutes or something like that. I don't remember. But now you can talk as long as you want and do a video as long as you want. And guess what? I'm at 20, 22, 23 minutes now. So I'm doing well overall. These are stresses that people all over the country are up against as far as life challenges. And I hope today that guy shows up and relieves this one area of stress that I have in my life. But you guys take care of yourself. Take it one day at a time. Always make your journey as simple as possible. We'll talk to you later. Bye.